Stop. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Don't let your attention move even 1 inch. Archangel Michael is pressing your spirit right now because something is shifting in your daughter's life, and heaven refuses to let you miss it. Michael says, 3 minutes. That is all the time heaven has left to warn you. The man your daughter is spiritually aligned with, the man whose presence was written in her destiny long before she understood love, is stepping away, not because he stopped loving, but because someone else has been whispering confusion into his path. This is not a tragedy. This is not a threat. This is a heavenly intervention, a moment where heaven is asking you to stay still, stay calm, and listen. Because the next words carry the key to her joy, her peace, her emotional safety, and her future marriage harmony. Stay with me. Don't skip. Don't move. Don't breathe too fast. Heaven is opening a door for her, and you're about to see what's been hidden all this time. My beloved child, listen carefully. Your daughter's heart has been pulled in 2 directions for a long time. Her true destiny, and the distraction created by someone who envies her future. Michael says this clearly. Her spirit knows who she belongs with. But confusion entered her path through someone who doesn't want her blessed. It may be a friend, a coworker, a jealous family member, or an insecure person afraid of losing influence over her life. This person didn't curse her. They simply planted a seed of doubt. You deserve better. He's not serious. He's not the right one. The kind of whisper that slowly separates soul from soul. But heaven doesn't let destiny crumble. Not when prayer surrounds the family. Not when a mother's heart is involved. Not when Archangel Michael is standing guard. The man she's destined for is not leaving out of anger. Michael reveals something gentle, something healing. He's pulling away. Because he thinks he isn't enough. He thinks he might disappoint her. He thinks he might not match her strength. He thinks his life isn't stable enough yet. This isn't rejection. This is fear disguised as distance. He doesn't want to ruin her life. He doesn't want her to settle. He doesn't want to drag her into his incomplete journey. So heaven is stepping in, right now, to clear the fog, to protect her from settling with the wrong person, to realign her path gently, safely, divinely. The wrong person is trying to enter her path. Michael shows a vision, a charming smile, a confident tone, but a strange energy. A person who admires your daughter more as a possession than a partner. This is the one Michael is warning about. Not dangerous, but misaligned. Not evil, but not her divine match. Not harmful, but wrong for her spirit's growth. If she chooses this person, her life won't be destroyed. But it will be emotionally small, spiritually dim, and quietly lonely. Destiny shrinks when alignment is wrong. This is what heaven is preventing. Heaven is shifting things in the next 24 hours. Michael says, you will notice a sign, something small but important. A message. A thought. A memory. A coincidence. Something that makes you pause. That moment is heaven correcting her timeline. Your daughter's destined partner is about to feel a pull back toward her. A soft awakening. That makes him realize the connection isn't finished. Not rushed. Not forced. Not dramatic. Just restored. Beloved soul. You stayed till the end. And heaven honors that. Before you go. Like this message, it supports angelic alignment. Subscribe so you don't miss part 2, where Michael reveals who planted confusion in her path. Share with 10 people. Every share spreads spiritual clarity and invites blessings into your home. And remember, your daughter is not losing her destiny. She is stepping into it. Heaven is not late, heaven arrives exactly when destiny needs correction. Stay right here. Don't scroll. Don't lose focus now. Archangel Michael says, the confusion in your daughter's path came from someone she trusted. Not someone evil. Not someone dangerous. But someone who couldn't handle the idea of her finding deep happiness before they did. Michael shows this clearly. A woman. Older than your daughter. Someone who gives advice often. Someone who speaks with confidence even when they don't know the whole truth. Someone who thinks they are protecting her. But in reality, they are projecting their own fears onto her destiny. This woman said something small. A single sentence. But that sentence grew into doubt, hesitation, and distance. Something like, maybe he isn't serious. You can do better. Don't rush into a mistake. I'm not sure he's the right person. He seems confused. And your daughter, sensitive, caring, loyal, received those words deeply. She didn't reject them. She absorbed them. Michael whispers. She followed someone else's fear instead of her own intuition. That's why destiny froze. That's why the connection weakened. That's why her heart feels confused right now. But heaven is fixing it. Michael is removing the influence, gently. Listen closely. This woman didn't want to hurt her. She was speaking from her own heartbreak, her own insecurity, her own past. But her words carried the wrong energy. And Archangel Michael is clearing that energy right now. Not by confrontation. Not by arguments. Not by drama. But by a shift in perspective. Michael says, your daughter's heart will wake up. She will feel a sudden clarity. She will begin to see the difference between someone's opinion and God's plan. This clarity comes softly. Like sunlight returning after a long night. The destined man feels her absence, tonight. Michael shows a powerful moment. The man who is tied to her destiny is thinking about her tonight more than he has in weeks. He feels a quiet ache, not loud sadness. A gentle realization that something is missing. Something unfinished. Something he must correct. He is not ready to reach out yet. But he is preparing. He is awakening. He is remembering. He is aligning. And heaven is guiding him. This is not a chase. This is not a rush. This is not desperation. This is divine timing reconnecting what confusion separated. A sign will come within 48 hours. Michael says. Watch for a moment of softness in your daughter. It may be a sudden silence, a thoughtful look, an unexpected smile, a comment about the past, a quiet question about him, a memory she brings up out of nowhere. This will be your sign. Her heart is pulling back into alignment with the path heaven wrote. And once that moment appears, everything begins shifting back into place. My beloved child, you stayed till the end. That means heaven trusted you with this clarity. Before you leave, it strengthens the message for more people. Subscribe, Part 3 is coming, where Michael reveals how heaven will reconnect the destined bond. Share with 10 people, each share spreads healing energy and multiplies blessings over your home. And remember, the confusion was temporary. The destiny is permanent. What heaven writes cannot be stolen, only delayed. Stay here. Take a breath. Don't scroll now, this is where the truth begins to open. Archangel Michael shows something very important. Your daughter didn't lose her destined soulmate. She lost her courage, for one moment. And that moment came from a specific event your audience will feel deeply. A misunderstanding. A silence that lasted too long. A question left unanswered. A plan that changed unexpectedly. A small disappointment that felt bigger than it should have. Michael says this clearly. She believed she was protecting herself. But she ended up protecting the distance instead. Your daughter didn't walk away because her feelings faded. She walked away because she didn't want to repeat her past. Her heart remembers old wounds, old heartbreak, old mistakes, old fears. And when something good finally came, the man who was meant to heal her, she didn't know how to trust it. So she chose silence. She chose caution. She chose safety over destiny. And that's why heaven stepped in today. Michael shows a powerful scene. The man still thinks of her. He isn't angry. He isn't resentful. He isn't replacing her. He is confused. He doesn't know what he did wrong. He doesn't understand the sudden shift. He feels something unfinished, a door left slightly open. Michael says, this man's heart is tied to hers by divine alignment, not human emotion. He tries to move on, but he can't. He tries to distract himself, but nothing feels right. He tries to forget, but heaven keeps bringing her name back to him. That's how you know it's destiny. A softening will begin inside your daughter. Michael shows this clearly. A moment is coming where she will feel unexpectedly emotional. Not sad. Not angry. Just unexpectedly aware of her own heart. It may happen when she is sitting quietly, laying in bed, hearing a song, washing dishes, looking at old photos, remembering a detail about him. This moment will feel like a tiny ache. A tug. A softness. A reminder. Michael says. This feeling is the beginning of her heart returning to alignment. She won't say it out loud. She won't admit it immediately. But she will feel it. The destiny door opens with one truth. Michael whispers a line so powerful your audience will freeze. She must choose love over fear, or fear will choose her future. That is the whole key. Her soulmate is not leaving her. He is waiting. Pausing. Holding space. Because heaven told him to wait, not walk away. But the moment is approaching. A decision point. A divine intersection. Michael calls it the hour of alignment. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's not emotional chaos. It is calm. Quiet. Soft. But life-changing. My beloved child. You reached the end. That means this message was meant for you. Before you go. It strengthens the angelic vibration of the message. Subscribe. Part 4 is coming, where Archangel Michael shows exactly what triggers the reunion moment. Share this with 10 people. Every share spreads protection over your home. And remember, nothing is lost. Nothing is broken. Heaven is rewiring what fear temporarily disconnected. Don't move. Stay with me. Archangel Michael is still speaking, and what he is revealing now is the part that most mothers never get to hear in time. Michael shows a powerful scene. Your daughter is standing at a crossroad. Not physical, but spiritual. On one path is comfort, familiarity, routine, the life she knows, the love she understands, the walls she's built. On the other path is destiny, growth, courage, the man heaven aligned for her, the life she was meant to experience. Michael says, she feels the pull of destiny, but the weight of fear is stronger in this moment. And this is exactly why she has been acting confusing, distant, emotional, uncertain. She isn't trying to hurt anyone. She isn't trying to hide anything from you. She is simply trying to protect her heart from repeating old pain. The audience feels this deeply, because they've lived this chapter too. Michael shows the real reason she's pulling away. And here is the truth that will shock your viewers. Your daughter is scared that her happiness will be taken from her the moment she accepts it. She isn't scared of the man. She isn't scared of the relationship. She is scared of losing everything just when it starts to feel real. Michael shows. She has cried silently. She has written long messages, and deleted them. She has rehearsed conversations in her mind. She has been praying for clarity but ignoring the signs she receives. Her heart is louder than her fears. But her fears are faster than her decisions. The soulmate is still waiting, silent but hopeful. Michael shows him again. He checks his phone. He scrolls through memories. He thinks about reaching out, then stops. Not because he's angry, but because he doesn't want to overwhelm her. He respects her silence, even though it hurts him. Michael whispers. He doesn't want to lose her. But he also doesn't want to chase her fear. He is waiting for a tiny sign from her. Anything. A message. A call. Even a small gesture. He doesn't need a confession. He doesn't need a dramatic moment. He just needs a signal that her heart still remembers him. The reunion trigger is about to happen. Michael reveals something extremely specific. Your daughter will experience a sudden emotional shift during a conversation with someone she trusts. Either you, or someone at her workplace, or a close friend. It will happen unexpectedly. Someone will mention marriage, or someone will talk about relationships, or a memory will come up, and suddenly her heart will soften. She will blink slowly. Her chest will feel warm. Her eyes may fill with tears, even if she hides them. Michael says. This is the moment her heart remembers the man heaven chose. This is the crack in the wall she built around herself. Once that crack appears, the reunion door begins to open. The final test begins tonight. Michael is very clear. Your daughter will receive a sign in the next 24 hours. It may be a dream, a number pattern, a sudden thought, a message she didn't expect, or a memory that refuses to leave her mind. This sign is the final push. If she listens, destiny connects. If she ignores, destiny pauses, but does not disappear. Michael repeats. She was never meant to lose him. She was meant to choose him, freely. And now heaven is guiding her toward that choice. You stayed with this message to the end. And that means Archangel Michael needed you to hear every word. Before you go, like to strengthen the angelic message. Subscribe because part 5 is coming, and Michael will reveal exactly what the sign will look like. Share this with 10 people so heaven expands protection over your daughter's heart and your home. And answer this in the comments. Do you believe her soulmate is still meant for her? Don't move. Stay right here with me. Archangel Michael is still speaking. And what he is showing now is the moment everything begins to shift around your daughter. Because this is not just about her future. This is about the healing of an entire bloodline. And the soul connection she has been running from. Michael speaks again. Her heart is tired of pretending. The truth inside her is louder than the fear she shows outside. And now, heaven begins to reveal what happens next. The moment her heart stops hiding, your daughter will soon feel something she does not expect. It will happen during a quiet moment. Maybe she is cleaning. Maybe she is driving. Maybe she is lying in bed before sleep. Or sitting at her workplace in silence. Suddenly a name. A memory. A moment. Returns to her mind with unusual force. She will stop. Breathe in sharply. Touch her chest briefly. Michael says. This is the memory heaven is using to reopen her heart. It won't feel random. It won't feel normal. It will feel like something, or someone, is tugging her softly but firmly toward the truth. She will swallow hard. Her eyes may warm as if tears want to fall. But she will hide it. Because your daughter has mastered the art of not showing what she truly feels. The person in her destiny is thinking of her at the same time. This is the part that will shock your viewers. Michael shows. At the exact moment your daughter remembers him, he will remember her too. Two hearts. Two souls. Touched by the same spiritual thread. He might be at work. Or sitting alone. Or thinking about the future. And suddenly her face crosses his mind. And he doesn't know why. He looks around. He exhales slowly. He feels something shift. As if someone whispered her name spiritually. Michael says. Their hearts are still connected. Distance cannot break heaven's signature. This is why you must not panic. This connection is not lost. It is awakening. The unexpected message. Michael reveals the next sign. Sometime soon. A message meant for your daughter will come unexpectedly. Not from him directly. But something related to him. A photo pops up. A memory resurfaces. Someone mentions his name. A social media suggestion. A dream that feels too real. Your daughter will freeze. Her breath will catch. A mix of fear and longing will hit her chest. She may even close her eyes for a second before reopening them. Michael says. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. Heaven is orchestrating gentle reminders. Soft awakenings. Subtle nudges that lead her back to the path she almost abandoned. The final spiritual push, the turning point. Michael shows something powerful. Your daughter will soon face a moment. A choice. A small but life-changing decision. Should she ignore the feeling and walk away again? Or should she take a single step, just one, toward the connection that carries her destiny? And here is the miracle. She will choose the step. Not because she is confident. Not because she is ready. But because heaven guides her hand. Just like a mother holds a child's hand when crossing a dangerous road. Michael whispers. Her future will not slip away. Destiny bends for those who try, even in fear. And that is the reassurance your viewers need. You stayed with this message to the end. And Archangel Michael wants that obedience to be honored. Before you leave, like to strengthen the angelic message over your daughter. Subscribe so you receive part 6, where Michael reveals the exact moment the connection reignites. Share this with 10 people so heaven expands protection over your daughter, your home, and your family line. And comment this to seal the blessing. I trust heaven's timing for her. Your words become your shield. Don't move. Don't blink. Stay right here with me. Archangel Michael is still speaking. And now the message becomes even deeper. Even heavier. Even more urgent for your daughter's destiny. Because heaven just revealed something powerful. Your daughter is not walking alone. An angel has been following her steps for months. Not behind her. Not above her. But right beside her. She has felt it without understanding it. The sudden chills. The moments of unexpected calm. The quiet voice inside her that says, "Don't do this." Or, "Wait before you speak." Michael says, "She hears me, even when she doesn't know it." And now, that guidance becomes stronger. The moment she feels the invisible touch. This next moment is very real. And it will happen soon. Your daughter will be sitting somewhere. Maybe at her workplace. Maybe in her kitchen. Maybe in her car. And suddenly she will pause. Her hand will stop. Her eyes will freeze for a second. Something inside her chest will tighten. Not painfully, but sharply. As if her soul heard her own name. Michael says, "This is the angel's touch." The reminder that the truth she is avoiding cannot stay hidden anymore. She might even look around. As if expecting someone to be there. She won't tell anyone. But she will feel the presence. The revelation she can't escape. Heaven shows the next step. There is someone she needs to face. Someone whose words, or actions, or silence, has shaped her life in ways she never admitted. This person holds the key to the truth she has been carrying for far too long. Michael says, she will try to avoid the moment. But the moment will come to her. A phone may ring when she least expects. A message may appear at the wrong time. A conversation may reopen an old wound. A memory may rise uncontrollably. Your daughter will swallow hard. Her eyes may soften. A single thought will repeat inside her. I can't run from this anymore. That is the angel guiding her. Her destiny begins to shift. Your viewers will feel this deeply. Because the next moment is spiritual. Not emotional. Michael shows. Your daughter will speak the truth. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But in a soft, trembling voice. The kind a heart uses when it finally breaks open. She will confess something she has been hiding. A fear. A mistake. A desire. Or a feeling she buried. She won't tell everyone. She will only tell the person her soul trusts the most. And this moment becomes the turning point of her destiny. Michael says, once the truth is spoken, her future will not collapse. It will correct itself. The path shifts. The heaviness lifts. The confusion dissolves. And the blessing that was delayed finally begins to move toward her. The angel seals her future. Here is the most beautiful part. The moment she speaks her truth, the angel beside her does something heaven has been waiting for. Michael says, the blessing placed on her life will finally unlock. Because truth is the key. Your daughter may cry softly. She may feel warm. She may feel peace for the first time in years. But what matters is this. Her destiny will stop slipping away. Her path will stop shaking. Her future will stop breaking. Heaven restores what fear tried to steal. If you stayed till the end, Archangel Michael honors your obedience. Before you leave, like to strengthen spiritual protection around your daughter. Subscribe so you receive Part 7, where Michael reveals who triggers the turning point in her destiny. Share this with 10 people to expand heaven's blessing over your daughter and your home. Comment, her angel walks beside her. Your words carry power. And heaven listens. Don't move. Stay with me. Listen carefully, my beloved child. Because what I'm about to reveal will make everything you heard so far suddenly connect. Archangel Michael has shown something new. Something that explains why your daughter has felt pressure, confusion, and emotional heaviness for weeks. Heaven says, someone is about to enter her life. Not to stay, but to trigger the turning point that heaven has prepared. This person is not an enemy, not a friend, not a lover, not a stranger. They are a catalyst, a soul placed in her path, for one moment, with one purpose: to force the truth out of her. To bring forward the confession she's been avoiding. To activate the blessing that has been waiting for her honesty. The unexpected encounter. Your daughter won't expect this moment. She will be doing something ordinary. Standing at a doorway. Sitting at her workplace. Walking through a hallway. Waiting for someone to arrive. And then, a person will speak her name. Not loudly, not softly, but with a tone that pierces straight through her shield. A tone that sounds like, I know something. And you know I know it. Her heartbeat will slow. Her palms may warm. Her breathing may shift. Michael says, this is the soul heaven sent to awaken the truth. She will not be afraid. But she will no longer be able to run. The truth starts to rise in her chest. This person will not attack her. They will not accuse her. They will not confront her with anger. Instead, they will ask a simple question. One question. A question so direct, so piercing, so accurate, that your daughter's soul will freeze for a moment. Heaven shows she will swallow hard. Her lips may part but no sound will come out. Her eyes may soften as she remembers what she hid, what she protected, what she carried alone. Michael says, her silence will reveal more truth than her words. She will feel the angel beside her again. The warm pressure on her shoulder. The invisible hand telling her, speak. Release it. This is your moment. And she will. She will whisper what she's been holding. She will admit the truth that weighed on her chest. She will let it spill out. Slowly. Honestly. Trembling but brave. The destiny shift begins immediately. The moment she speaks. The atmosphere around her changes. Michael says, the spiritual blockage breaks. The delayed blessing moves. The path clears. And the future she feared is replaced by the future she deserves. Your daughter may cry soft tears. She may breathe deeper. She may feel a sudden lightness she hasn't felt in years. That's the healing activating. That's the angel sealing her breakthrough. Angels do not wait. They move instantly once truth appears. The person leaves, their purpose complete. After she speaks her truth, the person who triggered this moment will feel peace. They won't judge her. They won't expose her. They won't hold it against her. Their soul was assigned only to unlock her next chapter. Michael says, once their purpose is fulfilled, they will step back from her path. Because her destiny continues. But theirs was only a doorway. And your daughter will step into the blessing that was waiting behind that doorway all along. My beloved listener, if you reached this part, heaven honors your faith. Before you leave, like to strengthen angelic protection over your daughter. Subscribe so you receive part 8, where Michael reveals what blessing unlocks after the confession. Comment, her destiny is opening. Share this with 10 people, because every share extends heavenly protection over your daughter. You staying till the end has already activated something. Don't move. Stay exactly where you are. Listen carefully, my beloved child. Because the next part of this message is the most critical. Archangel Michael says, the moment after confession is the moment when destiny listens. Your daughter is standing on that thin line between the life she has lived and the life heaven has been trying to give her for years. And right now, the spiritual realm is shifting around her. Something she never told you is about to rise. Michael shows a scene. Your daughter sitting alone. Hands softly pressed together. Eyes distant. Thinking about what she has just revealed. And what she still hasn't. Because the truth she spoke was only the beginning. There is something deeper. Something older. Something she learned to hide because she thought telling it will break someone's heart. And she has been protecting you. Michael whispers. Her silence was never betrayal. It was fear of hurting someone she loves. Tonight, the rest of that truth begins to rise. The moment of angelic pressure. Your daughter will feel something mild. A sudden heaviness near her chest. A wave of warmth down her shoulders. A strange quietness in the room. Or a feeling like, someone is standing behind me. That presence is Archangel Michael. Not to scare her, but to bring the final truth forward. Michael says, truth held inside becomes pain. Truth released becomes destiny. This is the moment where heaven leans in. And she feels an urge to speak the rest. Even if she trembles. The person involved is someone you know. Now listen carefully. The second truth she reveals will involve a name. A name that you recognize. A name that once stood close to your family. A name she protected for too long. Michael says, the truth is not meant to destroy anyone. It is meant to free her from the burden she never deserved to carry. When she says this name, your chest may tighten for a second. Not out of fear. Out of recognition. Because deep down, you've always sensed something was wrong. You just didn't know what. But heaven did. And that is why the angels are pushing this now. The release of years of silence. When she finally speaks the full truth, something divine happens instantly. Michael shows a chain breaking, a door unsealing, a spiritual weight lifting from her shoulders. She may cry. She may shake. She may even go quiet for a long moment. But those tears are the tears that end a generational burden. Michael says, her breakthrough becomes your breakthrough. Because when a daughter heals, a mother's spirit stands taller. The blessing that was waiting. Heaven shows a light opening above her path. The exact blessing your daughter was meant to receive. The blessing that was delayed for years finally begins to move toward her. It is big. Bigger than she expects. Bigger than you imagine. Michael says. Her confession removes the obstruction and releases the miracle. This blessing may come as a restored relationship, a new opportunity, unexpected financial stability, emotional peace, or a man sent by heaven, not by chaos. But whatever form it takes, it will feel like a fresh beginning. After a long storm, your daughter will finally step into her true destiny. And, my beloved listener, you will witness it with your own eyes. My beloved child, if you reached this exact moment, you have honored heaven with your patience. Before you leave, like to strengthen the angelic protection over your daughter. Subscribe so part 9 reaches you instantly, the part where the name connected to this secret begins to reveal itself. Comment, her truth is finally rising. Share this with 10 people, because sharing invites heaven to seal her breakthrough completely. You staying till the end activated something real. Don't move. Stay exactly where you are. Take one slow breath with me. Because what I am about to say will make your spirit freeze for a moment. My beloved child, listen carefully. Archangel Michael says, the final truth is approaching, and the name connected to your daughter's pain is already trembling in the spiritual realm. This is not ordinary. This is not accidental. This is the moment the angels have been preparing you for. The energy shift you will feel tonight. Michael shows an image. A sudden stillness in your home. A quiet moment where the air feels thick. A sense that something is about to happen. That is not fear. That is divine pressure. Michael says, when truth is about to be exposed, heaven presses the heart gently. So the soul cannot run anymore. Tonight, you will feel that pressure. So will your daughter. So will the person whose name is about to surface. The angels are closing in. The name is a person who stood too close. Listen closely. The person involved in your daughter's hidden struggle. is not a stranger. It is someone who once visited your home, once smiled in your direction, once acted helpful, once pretended to support your family, once tried to stand too close to your daughter's emotions. But their intentions were not pure. Michael says, they tied your daughter's destiny to their influence. Not because they loved her, but because they feared her rising. This person wanted control. They wanted influence. They wanted your daughter to stay emotionally weak, so she would never surpass them. But heaven saw everything. The moment of revelation is hours away. You may notice your daughter behaving differently today. She may stare at her phone longer, hesitate before speaking, look tired or emotionally heavy, pace around the room, check the door or window more often, or suddenly become quiet. This is not random. Michael says, her spirit can feel the truth pushing forward, even if her mind can't explain it. The name will come out in a moment of vulnerability. Maybe while she's frustrated. Maybe while she's tired. Maybe while she's emotional. Or maybe when she whispers something without realizing how powerful it is. The name will fall out of her like a drop of truth. That changes the direction of the river. When you hear the name, your heart will react first. Michael shows your breath catching, your stomach sinking for a brief second. A feeling that says, I knew something was wrong all along. Because heaven confirms. Your intuition was right. You always sensed this person carried a wrong energy. But your heart didn't want to believe it. Michael says, your spirit recognized the danger long before the truth reached your ears. And the moment the name comes out, the spiritual fog over your daughter's path will lift instantly. That's when the real alignment begins. The angels are preparing a protection circle. Right now, as you are listening, Michael and the heavenly hosts are beginning to surround your daughter. He says, truth sets destiny free. And destiny released becomes unstoppable. The name that's coming is not meant to break you. It's meant to free her. Free her mind. Free her emotions. Free her future. Tonight marks the end of manipulation. And the beginning of clarity. This is where the chains fall off. This is where God rewrites her path. This is where you finally understand why heaven pushed you to stay and listen. My beloved child, you didn't reach this moment by accident. You staying till the end has honored the angels. Before you leave, like to strengthen the circle of protection around your daughter. Subscribe so Part 10 reaches you before the revelation arrives. Comment, I am ready for the truth. Share this with 10 people to complete the spiritual alignment around your daughter's destiny. Do not miss the next part. Part 10 is where Michael reveals what will happen immediately after the name is spoken. My beloved child, don't move. Stay exactly where you are. This is the moment Archangel Michael says, do not scroll. The next lines will prepare your heart for what is coming. Because what follows now is not just information. It's the spiritual preparation before the truth hits your home. Tonight, a shift will happen. And you must be ready to guide your daughter through it. When the name is spoken, time will slow down. Archangel Michael reveals. There will be a moment, sudden, sharp, unforgettable. When your daughter finally speaks the name that has been haunting her steps. Not because she wants to, but because heaven is forcing the truth upward like a rising tide. Your daughter may pause mid-sentence. Look down at the floor. Play with her fingers. Avoid eye contact. Take a deep breath before confessing. Or whisper it so softly that you almost miss it. And in that exact moment, your spirit will freeze. Because you will know. Everything in her life changed because of this one person. The immediate reaction of your heart is a sign. Michael says. Your body will feel the truth before your mind accepts it. You may feel a sudden warmth, a sudden coldness, goosebumps, a pinch in your chest, a drop in your stomach, or a rush of emotion. This is not fear. This is your spirit aligning with heaven's confirmation. Michael gently whispers. Do not panic when the truth arrives. Welcome it. It is the beginning of her liberation. The name will bring pain first, but peace after. Listen carefully. The moment she says it, you will feel pain. Not because the name is powerful, but because the truth behind it has been sitting in your daughter's heart like a hidden stone. She has been carrying emotional weight that was never meant to be hers. Michael reveals. Your daughter has been protecting someone who did not protect her. She kept this name buried because she didn't want to hurt you. Felt guilty. Felt confused. Felt ashamed. Or wanted to avoid chaos in the family. But heaven says, secrets destroy futures. Truth repairs them. The moment after the name is spoken, watch carefully. There will be a few seconds right after she says the name, where everything goes quiet inside her mind. That is when heaven steps into the room. Michael says, your words in that moment will decide whether her path heals or breaks. So remember, do not get angry. Do not cry in front of her. Do not show shock. Do not accuse her. Do not panic. Instead, hold her hand and say the words heaven has given you. You are safe now. The truth is the beginning of your freedom. Those words will break the spiritual chain instantly. The person behind the name will feel the shift. Michael shows. The one who caused the damage will feel uneasy tonight. They may struggle to sleep, feel restless, get irritated, or suddenly remember something they said or did. Heaven is disturbing their peace because their influence over your daughter is being cut off. Michael says, When a chain breaks, the one who forged it feels the pain first. This is divine justice beginning. After the truth, a blessing enters. Do not forget this. When truth enters a home, blessing enters right behind it. Your daughter's path will brighten, open, soften, and stabilize. Because Michael says, a destiny tied to lies cannot grow. A destiny rooted in truth becomes unstoppable. Tonight begins the rebuilding. Tonight begins the healing. Tonight begins the restoration of her future. And you, yes, you, will be the guiding light she needed all along. My beloved child, you staying till the very end has honored heaven in a powerful way. Before you leave, like this message, it strengthens the angelic shield around your daughter. Subscribe so Part 11 reaches you before the next shift in her destiny. Comment, I accept the truth for my daughter. Share this with 10 people, because sharing light multiplies protection in your own home. Part 11 is where Michael reveals what heaven will do to the person whose name is about to be exposed.